fear. I know my help is coming. I won't be afraid when the enemy surrounds me. God will make a way, so I never stop praying. Big Will. Hey, Big Will. Hey. That was fast. People coming on in. Grimes, Preston. Week 8 of The Artist's Way. I just made sure I came on live today because I'm reading this book. I don't know if y'all seen one of my lives before, but every week I've been vlogging about this book, Some Shanti. I've been reading this book called The Artist's Way, and last week I skipped a week. Well, I skipped a week on vlogging, and then this week I feel like I gotta repeat, the lesson. I was reading it again because each week it's been growing me up. It's about like unblocking yourself as an artist. The concept of the book is we are all artists, and if you're not pursuing it, is because you're blocked in some kind of way. Delmar Brown. So this is week 8 of The Artist's Way, and this is recovering a sense of strength. Let me tell you what my strength is. I have found my strength has been recovered, okay? In the wait, because we all gotta wait. We all gotta wait for something, child. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you got the money, you still waiting on something else. But in the wait, I feel like my strength I have been strengthened in the praise in the wait. As a person who has worried a lot throughout her life, comedian Natasha, I'm sorry about your loss too, boo. Hey, Taisha Mel. I feel like normally when I wait for something, my mind spins. It's always running on different scenarios. I feel like just from doing the exercises in this book, we talking about this book, y'all. Just from, doing the exercises to improve myself from this book, The Artist's Way, I feel like my sense of strength is in that weight. Whereas like this time I just was like literally overcoming the thoughts in my mind, and I was overcoming them with praise. So like every time I would like think of a situation where it's like, you think of something and then immediately your blood pressure starts to rise, I would just think of it and I would be like, Lord, thank you so much for how you always take care of stuff. Lord, thank you so much that I don't even need, because sometimes things take, hey J-Rome, things take away your peace. And whenever it takes away your peace, it's in a place of God, because God is your peace. So, and that's, to me, it would happen to me all the time. Everything is always taken care of. The Lord always come through. But then when I'm waiting for something, I start getting the scenarios in my head. And then if you get it in your head too much, it come out your mouth and then it happens, so I feel like that's where my sense of strength has been. Another thing my sense of strength has I feel like appeared is, because one thing I've been learning is sometimes you can confess your desires to someone, and they be a friend, and that's really what the book talks about too, is you can't even be talking to your blocked friends. They're not hating on you. They're blocked. So, you say something to Tasha, Delmar, J-Ro, Tanya, you say something to a friend of yours about something you want to do. And if they're blocked, meaning like they're not even pursuing the thing that they want to do, they can't see the vision. So it may come out of their mouth like, how is that going to work? Or they may say something that is perceived as negative, but now that's where my strength has come, is where I'm able to be like, okay, this is a blocked friend. They're not hating on me. They're blocked. If they don't see the vision for the things that they could be doing, then they're not going to see the vision for the things that you could be doing. And, sometimes we feel like, when we're someone's, I feel like I'm your cheerleader, but the Lord constantly tells me that the person that you're cheerleading for may be unable to cheer for you, because they're the one that needs the cheering. And so you're going to have different people cheering for you. So it's almost like if you're a beauty pageant, hey, DC word of the week, what's going on? How are you? If it's almost like y'all in a pageant line, if I'm behind you, I'm fixing your necklace. You behind me, you fixing my hair. Whoever behind her, gonna fix her dress and zipping it up. It's like that. That's how cheering goes. So I don't have to look at a person who may not see the vision, may not be cheering for me. I really can let them just be, and just, immediately, that's where I feel like I picked up the strength, is being like, okay, I don't have to have it reciprocated here. Like, the Lord always sends me people to cheer for me. So, but it may not be the same people I'm cheering for, but that doesn't mean they're hating on me. That means the strength that I have, the Lord is requiring me to give it to them right now. So, and then of course, immediately forgiving, I just confessed something. a few weeks ago to someone, and it was just, a very negative response, but I just going through the process of growing myself and understanding how people work, how the mind works. Then I was like, oh, no, I can forgive them, because it's not that they're hating on me. They are just blocked. So, it's been a great discovery too, because without me thinking about it that way, it was a huge source of stress. If I'm expecting reciprocity for some of the actions that I'm giving out, and then I don't receive them, then you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, oh, okay, I don't have a friend in the world. But the thing about it too is, all we need is the Lord as our friend. Now we do need people, because, we need touch. We're human. We need, and I don't mean like sexual touch. I'm talking about like, eventually we need that too, but, under the covenant. But I'm talking about, hugs and high fives and all of the things that we get. But if we didn't have that, the Lord would fill us up. If we didn't have it consistently among a group of people, the Lord would send people to fill us up. In fact, that's another thing too I discovered, is on this, the book makes you say, take yourself on an artist date, which is different from spending time by yourself. The artist date is you dress up like you're going out on a date, and it's just you. Every single time I've taken myself on an artist date, when I tell you, someone meets me there. The last time I went to this rooftop, this Latino guy sit with me the whole time. We talked, we kicked it. He's also on his journey. We exchanged, where we were spiritually. And, I did give him my phone number, just like, hey, friend, you want to come to a comedy show or whatever. But it wasn't like a date. It wasn't like, okay, we going to hook up and you going to be coming to get me. But it was like the Lord meeting me there with new information, with a great exchange. It's just been so enriching, the process of getting myself unblocked, and I feel like the more I unblock myself, the more I see all of my, like this year, I can say I'm living my dreams, living my dreams. Now, of course, I want to, not all of them, because I want to live in a house in the hills, and I want to, but I do absolutely see the TV show pilot that I was thinking about. That's already in the can, and, finally got my music royalties. I got that straightened out. So now, I see the royalties, and then now I'm about to shoot something else in June, and all of these, and this is just career. When it comes to my personal life, always also living my dreams, not taking things personal. Cousins who call that I may not necessarily talk to. Now I see them in a different light. Like, okay, if they want to call and they want to connect with me, well, I'm going to connect with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a cousin that calls all the time. And he'll just be like, cousin, I was thinking about you all the time, but we didn't grow up together. It's like a cousin that I met, later in life. So not immediate family. But I thought about people that I had been calling that wasn't calling me back, or they never call to check on me, and I'm always calling to check on them. And immediately now it's putting in my brain, oh, let me call and check on this cousin. Let me reach out to this cousin so that this cousin is not the only person that is doing the reaching out, because it's making me to see how it feels for you to be the only one reaching out. So it's been more enriching to be like, okay, I'll just reach out. And then, of course, when I do reach out to the people that never reach out to me, I don't have to take it personal, because if I want to talk to them, I reach out to them. But, now I don't have to reach out all the time, because I'll just reach out when I can. So, this book, The Artist's Way, thank you so much, Delmar. Blessings to you too. This book, it does make you focus on yourself. The Artist's Way. I just so recommend it to everybody, because, we spend a lot of our lives focusing on other people, focusing on how other people feel. And people can grow to be first in your life, and then essentially, because they're first, you diminish how you treat yourself, and that's what the book makes you do. It makes you treat yourself top notch, give yourself the top notch treatment. Hey, Wayne. And when I think about, like, one time I was going to this restaurant, every time I take myself on an artist date, if I'm ever going to take myself to like a little cheap place, the Holy Spirit comes up and be like, oh, is this how you treat yourself? Is this how you treat yourself? And then I always be like, you know what? I'm going to take these credit cards over here, and I'm going to the top notch and take myself to the top notch place. Why am I going, I don't need to party on Skid Row, I can, and not to, and God bless the people on Skid Row, but the Lord is telling me, honey, get on out here to Beverly Hills. You are the money when you don't arrive. You're not hanging with the money. You are the money. You'll just be, where you belong over here. So it's been such a pleasant journey. So I had to repeat this week, because, I actually had to just take a break for the week, because I did have a table read for a film that I wrote with a friend of mine, and that table read just went so well. But it's just, Peanut, what are you doing? What? How are these dogs? But anyway, so the book is also helping me to make sure I get those things accomplished. And then, when I'm sending out postcards to agents and production companies, I feel like I definitely gained a sense of strength of, like, not caring about what they think. I'll follow up with you again. Yes, I will follow up with you again. Yes, I am emailing again. I deserve to have the film sold. Sometimes when you be having to represent yourself as an artist, as an entrepreneur, you be having that things, sometimes I'll have that thing like, I feel like I'm such a bugaboo. Be a bugaboo. Only the squeaky wheels get be a bugaboo, and this book has helped me to unblock and go to bat for myself, so that I'm not sitting back missing out on God's best, because that's really what we deserve. We deserve God's best, and I just won't sit around and miss God's best, because I'm thinking about what they may be thinking, and it's not true. It's not the negative thoughts. They're never true. They're never true. you know. So that's all I wanted to say. J.M. Caldwell. J.M. Caldwell. Long time. Fit and Fly Lakeem. Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I was talking about this book, which I highly recommend. Week 8, Recovering a Sense of Self. And this, it's been just life-changing. I just recommend it. It's called The Artist's Way. And I just recommend it to everyone. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see it. Maybe I'll flip the camera. Hold on. Let me flip the camera. And let me show you the book right there. The Artist's Way. Yeah, The Artist's Way. Yep. I highly recommend it. It's been super duper life changing. So, yeah, y'all. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And I will see you soon. If you're in LA, I'm at the Dime on Tuesday. It starts at 9:00 and it's free. And the Dime is lit. Like, the Dime's music be lit after the show. So come through and come hang out. Okay. Bye, y'all. Oh, and if you're not in LA, I'm do the Dell Show 2.0 every Tuesday on YouTube. So you gotta look for me. Same handle. I am Dell Harrison on YouTube. And we have such a blast talking about the various topics each week. Okay, I will talk to y'all soon.